So my name is Phindile Dlamini. So the Swazi Dlamini, Likwala, Lilangeni. My pride of existence is being an African, being a Swazi, and just being a human being to self and other. That's how I would define myself. I am very connected to my surroundings, my environment, which is why I speak a lot about the ecosystem, because I believe that we do not exist in isolation with the ecosystem. We come from the source of water, which is why there's water behind me, which is why in my work what I amplify is the ecosystem, the water, the animals, the birds, and any other thing that makes a complete human being. So it's about completing, it's about restoration, reconnection, coexistence, cohabitating, and collaboration to heighten the making a person a better version of themselves. So I am about that. That's who I am. I am a healer. I'm a holistic healer. I heal from the head to the toenail. I am a healer. I am Phindile the healer. Hence the nickname Dr. P. I am a second-born girl. My mom had a firstborn and it was a girl, and then she had me. So it's like she has done it again, Phindile foot. And so how I use my name is that as things repeat themselves, good things repeat themselves for other people or for me, so they must repeat themselves for other people. Whether what you think is the issue is actually the issue, or there are more underlying issues that are manifesting through what you need to fix, which is the disease. So you may be seeing a particular disease, not disease. Disease. And maybe it could be because a lot of people are diseased. A lot of people that are off sick and not coming to work. But what you deal with is the manifestation. And so if I sit in your space, I can observe, because of my institutional knowledge, my innate gift, and the ability to read the room, I can tell you more or less and save you money what your real issues are. I try and connect people to their roots. And this is regardless of color, creed, and I mean, I go to Switzerland, I go to wherever in Africa. I'm all about connecting you to the roots. And I'm acknowledging that sometimes what causes the disease is not the absence of wealth or money or resources, but it is the detachment from who you are. Sometimes all we need to do is to help this one pebble at a time reconnect with who they are, and then the rest just flows. What revived me is the one-on-one meetings that I hold with myself, honest, courageous conversation. So my work does not apply to people only. Yeah. So as I educate, I ask, am I living this? And if I don't, I do this. So I have courageous conversations with myself. I identify my own imposter syndromes. I identify how I self-handicap myself. I build relationships. I hold courageous conversations. I believe in a collaboration to get results. So I practice my work, because my work is my brainchild. Okay. I created it from scratch. And so I can shift it and redirect it to suit the environment, but I live it first. And so I'm also quick to say, which why I'm a narrative coach, an enhanced narrative coach, because as a narrative coach, it means I can work with your narrative. I don't have to ask you, and so how does that make you feel? I work with your narrative, and it is that narrative that I work with that then, if you're a corporate client, if I work with your personal narrative, one narrative at a time, the total sum of those narratives creates a story. And so if you're doing culture co-creation, and I hold one-on-one sessions with you, the total sum of that is a co-created. So I believe in co-creation, because things that are co-created, you can't walk away from, because you are part of the design and the solution. So I believe co-creation creates sustainability. I have very human sessions. I know I look serious and strict and all. I am strict. I hold you to account, take responsibility and all. But I try and make practical examples to demonstrate something that is very important, and I know my audience will never forget. Particularly when I'm working with the graduates, the younger ones, the young talent. I try to make them realize that even though things may look like it's stacked against them, that is the nature of the beast. The idea is to see how you can navigate this beast, but this is the nature of the beast. Working is just that. If you thought it's hard, wait until you're working and you have babies and you are studying and you... So my own work, as I create it, I learn from it, and as I experience people, remember I said I work with the narrative in the room. Each narrative helps me create a different story. So my content is not vanilla. Even if I've designed it, your narrative will tell me what I need to go and so that's why I don't have a suite of tools. I know a lot of tools, but I can't say to you, these are the tools that we're going to use. No, we don't know that. It doesn't matter how old you are or you're a baby. You could be a baby that can't even speak. I will tell something is not right. It could be a newly born baby. I will be able to tell that something is not right. And fast forward, I will experience that truly when the mom opens up, because I say, can I hold your baby? And I will just hold the baby and not say a word. But I have a way of holding older people and just, you right now, here and now, whether you are sitting in front of me because the organization brought you here and now, for the next hour, it's just about you. We're not saying go back to your roots, but we're saying acknowledge who you are, understand who you are. If we understood who we are, we would understand that xenophobia is a figment of our imagination, because some actually didn't come from the south, they came from the north down. So it is educational, which is why I do work with Pan-African Renaissance, Thabo Mbeki Foundation, Timali, and do work with Mamle Ratos of this world, Dr. Sirotes of this world, Professor Sirote. Indigenous knowledge system is my work. So I am diverse, and that is what makes me different. I am holistic by nature, which is why I can only so do holistic work. I am not transactional. I don't do transactional work, but I do transformational work, which captures the transactional stuff, because that's what keeps the organization. Organizations are here to make money, but I will help your people to make you money without dealing the transactional stuff, because that can be taught. So the work environment needs to be designed to enable people to know that I belong. I worked for a company where I knew I belong. And one of the reasons I am who I am today is because of the one particular company. But the rest I was born with. Imagine imagine a world, an ecosystem where everyone's gifts are ignited and reignited, and that they do not just exist for transactional stuff, but they exist as the total sum of who they were meant to be. I wonder, what is your narrative, the unspoken narrative, the stuff that no one knows about? Imagine if I sat with you, bring out the girl child and the boy child in you, and we work with it, and then we then go back to your, and we try and create a balance and an equilibrium on who you are. The diasporic work is equally important regardless of color, race, and gender. If you're in the diaspora, when we say we are rebuilding an ecosystem, it's like an amoeba. It just grows and grows and grows. And so you can't put me in a box and try and frame me and say, I'm an organization effective consultant. I know how to do that, but that's not who I am. This is my purpose, the healing people. I may not throw bones for you, but I will heal you. You will walk away. It doesn't matter what forum I'm speaking in, people will listen. They will listen. I travel a lot. They will listen. They will listen. They will listen. Yeah, they will listen. People listen when I speak, because I speak with sincerity and love, and as a human being. My greatest thing, that's actually my favorite client, the youth. Not just because I work with the graduates and do work readiness programs and help them navigate the workplace and understand that they work with diverse people and that the different generations and stuff like that, that they need to master themselves personally, be the best versions of themselves, understand what imposter syndrome is and how they can self-handicap, not just because of that, but because if we get it right with the youth, we have to stop saying the youth are the leaders of the future, but actually understand what they experience and what troubles them. But I think for me, the interesting thing is that the people that have gone ahead were the youth as well, and the things that they never got to attend to as the youth. And so as they come in, I know they're coming in bruised. Everything is rushed. Some are dealing with parents that are fighting and they're using them as a scapegoat for stuff. Others come from wealthy families and they were parented by money. You don't know what love is. Others have developed an element of being selfish, because remember, I do the Enneagram, which then become the precursor of my work. And so working with the youth enables me to harness the skills that they come with, but also to use them as a catalyst of bettering the system that they're in. Instead of them feeling sorry for themselves, that they are new, is to say, what are you bringing into the system that doesn't exist there? I think for me, it's just to say, I have gotten into a place because of my experience and institutional knowledge and academic learning and just living. I've gotten into a place where I can safely say I know what makes people tick. But I walk side by side your story. I work side by side your narrative. You lead and I just enable you. So I could easily call myself an evangelist of transformation. I evangelize transformation. I evangelize restoration. I evangelize coexistence and cohabitation and the finding of meaning for self before you can find meaning for others. Um, and I do that with humility and connectedness, respect. I walk into your space with respect, but amazing institutional knowledge, which one could assume that because I'm good on the soft stuff, I'm not good on the hard stuff. I'm good on both. I'm good on both. I can do both. I can juxtapose both and align both to give you the best results. And I do deliver the best results. That's my promise to you. I'm about removing dis-ease to bring ease into your space by using a plethora of solutions. Plethora of solutions informed by my institutional knowledge and experience of over 20 years across different disciplines, across the organization. So it doesn't matter what organization you're in. It could be mining, it could be farming, it could be financial services, hospitality. I will come in and help you achieve what you've been struggling with. It is no longer that people must leave their problems by the door. They bring them into the system, but we help you coexist as individuals and co-create a better culture or better anything that you want for your organization. We are Hlubelihle Habitat. We will fly with you as purple lorries of Magwalagwala. We will fly with you and we will create that beautiful thing because we are beautiful Hlubis. We create that habitat, a safe space. We're about safe spaces. So if you walk into our space, you are invited to come into our safe space so that in turn, we make your space a safe habitat because we coexist. And so we use unorthodox ways, but tried and tested tools and solutions. Known solutions, but we use it in a very unorthodox and non-linear way to solution for each. So one solution, how I solution for one is not the same as our solution for the next person. Because I sit in your ecosystem and I experience the ecosystem and I solution accordingly to give you result and return on investment. I am Phindile Dlamini from Hlubelihle Habitat. Welcome to my habitat.